Manchester United has now won 3 trophies in preseason. Preseason alone, 3 trophies. A team that can win 3 trophies in preseason, does that sound like a team that needs Carlos Baliba? Does that sound like a team that needs Baliba? Brighton, hold Baliba. Don't release him to them. They don't need him. Man United, you don't need Baliba. This is greed. A whole 3 trophies in preseason alone, I see on Baliba is a lie. Because if this Man United get this Baliba to solve many of their problems, look, problems CD. There's still problem. Man United fans, you know you are here. You are here to hear the truth. When it's time to hype, I'm here to hype. When it's time to say the truth, I'm here to say the truth. Look, this is the end of preseason. Let's talk about. Let me give somebody praise first of all, and let me tell people something. I'm buying Mason Mount stocks. I'm investing my money in Mount stocks, and I'm advising you, go and put your money in Mason Mount stocks. This guy, if he can stay fit for 80% of next season, he will have a tendency to be Man United's best midfielder. Write it anyway. See, Mason Mount is a quality midfielder. He's a midfielder that I fully believe that if he can stay 100% fit, he's better than many midfielders Man United will buy in his position. I don't think Man United can really go for anyone better than him currently in the market, in his position. I'm not joking. You look at him today, you look at the combination play, you look at the work rate also. That is one thing about Mason Mount. He has that English midfielder blood in him. You know one thing about English midfielders, whether they have technical qualities or anything, they always have that engine in them. They always have that work rate in them. Look at Bellingham. That's a good example of that. So Mason Mount today was very good. In fact, for me, my man of the match. I think he was the best player on the pitch today, honestly, alongside Lenny Yoro. Yoro this preseason, I spoke about him in the last game. Especially on the ball, he's a very, very confident player. And now his aerial duels are getting better. He had 2 chances, I think, to score from headers. So he's a player that will contribute from headers as well. So Lenny Yoro is a young centre-back that last season was plagued by injuries. If he can stay fit for next season, Man United have a hell of a centre-back on their hands. I think he can even be their best centre-back, yes, because he's physically dominant, and this is a player Real Madrid wanted. So you understand how good Lenny Yoro is. So those are the good things I think really of the game. Who else? Dorgu was good as well. So let's get into why I think this there are problems with this Manchester United team that we saw in this Man United home jersey that you can now get from the Adidas store. The away jersey you can also get from there. Just go to our website, Adidas store, or message us on WhatsApp with this phone number above. Delivery is worldwide. Go and shop now. Now, Casemiro and Fernandes. Mba no. And let nobody lie for you. He cannot work. I've said this. Bruno Fernandes is not a player to be coming and playing deep football. Why Bruno Fernandes looks sometimes like a totally different player for Portugal is Vitinha is in that place. João Neves is in that place. They have had different players in that position. They will just tell him, Oga, go and cook in your number 10. Do what you like. That's why most times he can be Portugal's best player on the pitch. Fernandes you cannot come and be telling me that you want to change a player's best position at what age now? It doesn't make sense. This is a player that's already in his prime. He already has the fundamentals in him. And he has shown that his best years is at the number 10 position. He has shown that consistently. He will give you the output. He will give you the numbers. I don't think Bruno Fernandes is disciplined enough to play in that position you want him. It's not like a slate on his name, but that is how Mavericks are supposed to be. They're supposed to be the ones to take risks on the pitch. They're supposed to be the ones to go for the Hollywood pass. And you don't want your player to be going for Hollywood pass from your defensive midfield position or between your centre backs. If it goes wrong, goal they will score immediately. That is why Man United needs Carlos Baliba. A player that can work from deep while still recovering the ball quickly. While still when recovering the ball, he will not go for a Hollywood pass. He will just, pass the ball 1-2, keep it easy, keep it simple, or carry the ball forward. That is why they need Baliba. That's why Man United might be ready to break the bank for this boy, because he knows he'll take them to the next level. Casemiro, he's past his best. I keep saying this. One of the main reasons why Man United always suffer to move players, and have suffered to move Casemiro, is because of the massive wages they give them. Man United still has Anthony on their books. Malacia is still on their books. Sancho is still on their books. Why? Because no club can match these wages. Sancho is on what, 250 or 300k or something like that per week. Who wants to pay Sancho that? Who wants to pay Sancho 150k per week? That's why the move to Chelsea fell through. Because it's only Saudi. And maybe these players, why would they want to go to Saudi when they can get the money from Man United and still play at the top level? You understand? So that's one of the main reasons why Man United finds it hard to move Casemiro. They should have moved on from Casemiro. Yes. He has never been a player to, do the things I've always described, be the circulator of the ball. Zubimendi. Hi. If Man United goes Zubimendi. That Zubimendi. Kai! That guy is good, man. That's the kind of player I'm talking about. If you want Zubimendi play for Arsenal today versus Athletic Bilbao, hey! That's what I'm talking about, actually. So, yeah, basically, or someone like a Ryan Gravenberch that can, those are players that will elevate your team. So that midfield, they need to go for that Baliba. But if they're not getting Baliba, I genuinely don't know. I don't see the vision with Bruno there. I think Mainu is one of the solutions in that position, and you might just have to manage Ugarte. Although I don't think Ugarte can be at that level because the defense was decent, the attack was decent, but that midfield, the connection is not there. The connection is not there for Manchester United. And coming to this attack, Seth, Mbeumo, Cunha, Mount, Ahmad, Dogu, Fernandes, those are players that were mostly, in the attack. That's why Sesko has come. I don't think this Cunha, false 9, number 10, Mbeumo, they usually rotate. I don't think it's working. It's better Sesko comes there, come and occupies the centre back. And Cunha, where we saw him at his best, was floating and roaming in behind his centre forward, whether that was Strand Larsen or who was the other centre forward. Wolves had another centre forward. He was that guy that was there, floating between them, doing the quick, nippy and tidy work. I think that's where he thrives the best. And if you scouted a player in a position, please, I hope your intention is to play that player in that continued position. You should not spend the amount of money you have spent combined Mbeumo and Cunha over £120 million. You cannot spend that money on those two players and come and want to start playing them in different positions. It doesn't make any sense at all. So I think I don't know if Sesko can play against Arsenal. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he has gotten a preseason well enough, but this is probably the starting level we'll see against Arsenal. I don't know, man. Against Saliba and Gabriel, the way they were looking very solid today, I genuinely don't think this 10 thing is going to work. I think you guys genuinely need Sesko to come in and have your centre forward there. It's obvious that Højlund is not rated. Zesky is still injured. So Højlund is leaving the club, obviously. So they didn't even play him at all. So I don't know if that Sesko will start. It's a possibility he'll start if he trains well. After all, the Premier League is next week. Who knows what can happen? But based on the preseason and those that have had a good preseason, he'll probably not start. And even Mbeumo is not looking 100% sharp. He came for preseason late. Man United didn't sign him on time. So he's not up to speed yet. There are some things that he does that I don't know, okay, this guy, he did body, but he's not sharp enough. That's why that preseason is very necessary. So yeah, but back to you, Amorim. You have been backed. You have been backed better than 90% of managers in the Premier League. Last season, the excuse was he didn't have his preseason, which was fine. But this season, you have had your preseason and you have made some signings. That no matter what you want to say, I think he's happy with the signings. You have sanctioned some signings. You have gotten some departures. You have trimmed your squad to a decent extent. Yes, Sancho is still in the club, still on the books, but he's not going to play. You understand? These players are not going to play. You have got rid of Rashford. Okay, you didn't want Rashford. He has gone. Anthony is, so all these guys are all but, they are definitely gone. Perform now. The pressure is on you, brother. There's no running away from the pressure. The amount of money being spent, you have 15th place and Man United still invested this money. Did you see the new training and facilities? Did you see the new Carrington? Haba! That kind of look at that what was that English? What was that? Edifice. Look at that structure. Look at that tunnel with trophies. Every morning you should walk through that tunnel and you see the trophies. Remind yourself that I represent Man United. I represent Man United as you're walking up. So that you know what is going on. Because that's it. Ruben Amorim, the pressure is on you. You have to perform, brother. You have been backed. You have had your preseason. No more excuses. You have to find solutions. I don't think Ahmad might, I don't think Ahmad can even sit on the bench. I think he's too good for the bench. I don't know how it would be. Because Ahmad, the problem is, when he's facing elite wingers now, can he survive on this right wing? Like, he's a less-footed player playing as a right wing back who is attacking-minded, who doesn't really have any interest in defending. Can he really survive there? Because Man United now, for a team that will survive this kind of thing that Amorim wants to do, is a team that holds sustained possession. And Man United still doesn't do that conveniently. Although today versus Fiorentina, they did that, but they don't still do that conveniently against the teams like Arsenal. I don't say Arsenal. I don't think Man United holding possession better than Arsenal. Because Arsenal, that pivot of Rice and Zubimendi. I don't think Man United has anything to match that currently. Man United will be more of counter and grab and go, smash and grab football, that kind of thing. So yes, that is it. So just going around the team, Dogu was good as well. Heaven was decent. He has been decent. He showed that he will have a strong place. By end there, decent, Maguire, Maguire at times will go forward and take a shot. Euro, as I said, very, very good today. Nothing else really. Nothing else really. I think the defense is okay. I think where Man United's problem, all their problems stem from is their midfield. And Amorim has to be creative. He has to find solutions. That's why Man United paid his release clause to Sporting. They basically signed Amorim, bought him from Sporting, put him on some serious wages, has backed him seriously, has invested a lot in his project, and now Man United deserves returns. He has two of the best performing wingers in the Premier League or forwards in the Premier League last season. He had Sesko. We do addition of those players. They've added about 60 or 70 goals to their team based on how these players performed last season. So the pressure is on him and he has to do it. Man United fans, you cannot relent. You cannot be okay with 15th is an absolute travesty. Anything outside European places, I think, with what Man United has basically invested is I think is a failure or a poor return on investments. So that's basically all I wanted to say for today. The midfield issues still prevail. Let's see what Man United can do before the season starts. I think these issues were there all through, and Man United knew. I think they could have done better to act on it quickly, and get all the players in and do preseason. I know Liverpool is my club, but I think it's a good example. We had creative problems, we had fullback problems, and we addressed all of them within the first, before preseason even started. All of them were there. All the other ones we were getting were somewhat luxuries. The Eketikes, the Isaks were going for. Those ones now are players that can still be integrated as the season goes on. But Baliba is a player that if he comes now to be baptism of fire, you are going into that midfield straight. Anything you want to go and play there. But you are better than any other option we have. That's why that Baliba has to be signed. If you're watching this team, I think that doesn't need a midfielder, need a new pair of glasses. And as for me, I'm saying Mason Mount, watch that space. Mason Mount is going to be the next season, Man United fans. Just watch that space. The combination play with Bruno was beautiful. That's what I was saying, there are little bursts of brilliance. You see that combination play, there's something there. These players are playing. There was that one that I think it was between Mount, then Ahmad, then Dogu. But Dogu, he fouled the guy while he was trying to get to the ball. Another thing, like even the chance Cunha missed, it was Bruno and Mount having some combination play. Bruno squared it to Cunha. I think Cunha, they blocked his shot. Cunha as well had another one that he was close to. So if it's about Cunha scoring, I'm not bothered about that. It's the same way when I saw people talking about Gyökeres. I'm not bothered about that. When you have a functioning team and a functioning system, if it was a thing like when Nunes came and we're creating chances for him and his brother was missing anyhow, then it's a player problem. But now I think Man United's problem still stems strongly from the system. I think there's a lot of misprofiling going on. I don't think Cunha wants to be a centre forward. I don't think Bruno Fernandes wants to be a deep line playmaker. And I always say that I believe for players to give you the most, you have to platform them to do the best. Put them in their best positions, make them feel the most comfortable, and then they'll give you the best results. So all in all, Man United's preseason is gone and finished. All in total, it was an okay preseason. Players are fresh. Preseason is just to get fitness in and try things. And I think I think the biggest experiment I've seen is Amad Diallo as a wing back. And for the most part of it has been successful, but the biggest problem has shown that at the defensive end is a big problem. And also, defending set pieces is somewhat a problem too for Man United. So, let's see how the next week will go. It's going to be a baptism of fire. We have Gyökeres and Sesko. Two players that are supposed to be playing for the opposite clubs, but now they represent the opposite clubs, if you know what I mean. So I can't wait for that. That is going to be one of the best games. Please, I just beg, don't allow it to be a 0-0. Make it an interesting game, any people. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please do make sure you like, subscribe, and share. It means a lot. We're rallying to 50,000 subscribers, and I know you guys can do it. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. And I thank you guys for the support so far. Please do make sure you like like this video now. Go and like now before you leave. Subscribe now. Share now. Turn on the post notification bells now. I'll not beg you again. Unless your club will be relegated next season if you don't do it. Shop at the Adicast Takes store. Adicast Takes is out. Peace out.